Hi, I'm Adam from Booklee. In this video I will show you how you can edit the departure information content block on your Booklee digital guidebook. Let's jump in. So the very first thing, here on my screen now you can see a very detailed help article on how you can actually edit the departure information block on your guidebook. So if you ever feel stuck or have some sort of problems or issues with editing the content on your guidebook, feel free to check out this article. I can assure you it's going to help you a lot to solve whatever problems you are having. In this video, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to simply go here section by section and show you live in action how to edit the departure information content block. So without further ado, let's start. So I'm going to go to my Booklee digital guidebook dashboard over here. So first things first, here on the right hand side, you can see a live preview of my Booklee digital guidebook. All of the changes I do are going to be immediately displayed here on the right hand side. This is actually the guidebook that my guests are going to see once I share it with them. And here on the left hand side, this is where I can actually edit the guidebook itself, do all of the content changes and stuff like that. So all of the edits I do here on the left hand side are going to be displayed immediately here on the right hand side. So once that's out of the way, now let me show you how you can add the content block, the departure information content block. So simply click here, add block, and these are all the options that you have. Scroll down and here you can see the departure information. To add the block, simply click on it and it's going to be added to your Booklee digital guidebook. I'm going to click X here at the top since I've already added the departure information block over here. So now let me show you how you can actually edit the block. So to do that, simply click on it and now it opens up and now I can edit the contents of the block. So there are a few features that you can edit here. You can change the icon, you can change the title, you can add text content to the block, you can add a map pin, and you can add images. So I'm gonna go here step by step, show you each feature on how you can edit the block. So starting with the icon, simply click on icon and you can choose whatever icon you wanna have for the block. By default, departure information has this little door icon indicating that this is section instructions on how to leave the property, right? If you want to change the title of the block, simply click here in the text box and type in whatever name you want to have for the block. So here I just typed in test and you can see that it updated my guidebook live here on the right hand side. And the same thing for description. By default, you're going to have this little placeholder text over here. If you don't want to have it, simply delete it, or you can add something to it yourself to make it a bit more personal to your brand. Besides that, you have a bunch of text formatting options. You can choose from various heading formats. You can create bold text, you can create italic texts, you can underline text, create bulleted and numbered lists. You can also add links, images, YouTube videos, and remove formatting from text entirely. So to add links, you would simply just highlight the piece of text you want to turn into a link, then click the link icon and then paste in the URL of the link that you want to have on your guidebook over here. To add images, simply click in the text box where you want to place the image, then click on the image icon and then select the image. Give it a couple of seconds and here you can see that the image is here immediately live on my guidebook and it's added here to the description. If you want to remove an image, simply click backspace and you're going to delete the image. To add a YouTube video, first find a video that you want to embed in the description of your block, copy the link to that video. Here you can see I'm highlighting the link, right click, copy, go back to Booklee, and then click here in the text box, then click the video icon and then paste in the URL of that YouTube video and click save. In a couple of seconds, you're going to see that you're going to be successful at embedding a YouTube video in the description of your block, like so. And if you want to remove it, simply click backspace and voila, the video is not there anymore. So now moving on to the map pin feature, you can add a specific map pin on your Booklee interactive map. Let me show you how to do that. Simply click here on add map pin, then start typing in the address of the location that you want to add a map pin for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna type in a random address like so, select it, and then choose type of icon I'm gonna have for my map pin. So I'm gonna choose this little plain icon and click save. So I've just added a map pin for this section. Now let me show you where you can actually see the map pin. So for that, let me click back. By default, your Booklee interactive map is going to be always displayed on the first page of your digital guidebook right here. This is your interactive map. And here you can see on the map, this is the little pin I've just added on my Booklee digital guidebook map. Now returning to the block itself, you can obviously edit the map pin by clicking on edit here. You can change the address and change the icon. And if you want to remove the map pin, you can simply click here on delete, like so. A good rule of thumb for adding a map pin is to add a specific location map pin, obviously. So for example, under this departure information block, I would perhaps add a map pin for a bus stop or perhaps a taxi pickup location or even the airport. So my guests have a much more easier time of navigating their departure. Last but not least, let me show you how you can add images. So by default, you're gonna have this image over here. If you don't like it, you can simply click these 3 dots over here and you can delete it. Besides that, if you wanna add more images, you have 2 options. You can add images from your device by clicking on here, add more, or you can import images from an already existing OTA listing. I'm gonna show you both options here. So first, let me click here on add more. Now I choose the image I wanna add, like so. Click open, give it a couple of seconds, and here you can see the image I've just added is now live here at the top of my guidebook for departure information section. So now let me show you how you can add images from an already existing OTA listing link. So let me click here on import from listing, and these are the options that you have. You can import images from your Airbnb, Booking.com, VRBO, or Google. And it's as simple as copying the listing link and pasting it in here and then importing it. Let me show you that in action with Airbnb. So let's imagine that this is my Airbnb listing and these are the images I want to import in my guidebook. So what I do, I simply just copy the listing link here at the top. So I highlight it, right click copy, go back to Booklee and then paste it in here like so and click import. I give it a couple of seconds and here you can see these are all of the images from my Airbnb listing now imported here on my departure information section on my guidebook. And if guests were to scroll here at the top, these are the images that were just imported. And you can obviously always change the order of the images by simple click and drag and drop. So that is it. That's how simple it is to edit your departure information content block on your Booklee guidebook. I hope you have a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye.